Am I the only one that is curious how this trad wives cosplay is gonna play out in the teenage years? I mean, I don't hope for the worst. You know, you always hope for the best, but are they gonna be embarrassed? I never did a cosplay. I literally was a traditional wife, and it's just silly. But what is the young lady that made homemade Pop-Tarts? Would she be considered a trad wife, or is she like the ballerina farmer that makes sourdough? What are they? Are they cosplaying to make money? And do you know that? Like, I'm not cosplaying a teacher. I'm a teacher. You know, that's not something you cosplay. I mean, I'm a good teacher. That's not going to come back and bite me. You know, like, oh, you were pretending to be a teacher and you weren't one. I mean, how is this going to play out? And that's how, I mean, I always think about that. You know, how is that going to play out? And I hope that you mommies, you new mommies that are watching this crap, you're like, I hope you're not judging, comparing yourself to them. You understand they're rich, right? Let's just say it, okay? Princess ballerina farmer and Pop-Tart mama, they're rich, okay? They come from rich homes. They're rich. They have millions in the bank account, whether it's 1 million, 2 million, or 30. They are rich. You can't do that. You cannot hold yourself to their standard. They have so much to fall back on. Their kids grow out of their shoes. They simply order the best of the best shoes. And they have the money to buy more shoes for the next growth spurt. You're doing it right. You're doing your best. You don't need to compare yourself to them. You know, it's okay if you don't make your bread, you know, by sunlight. You understand? I mean, she's a model, the other one, and so that clothes is probably, it's worth $10,000 to $20,000, but I'm pretty sure she gets a discount because she's a model. She's modeling that stuff. So you don't freak out, okay? Because you're literally heating up a real Pop-Tart, you know, from the grocery store in leggings. It's okay. I just wanted to do, you know, like a welfare check. Make sure you're okay. Make sure you're not comparing yourself to ridiculous standards. They're doing their thing. They're an aesthetic. They're like listening to whales, right? That's what they are. They're just an aesthetic. They're pretty to look at, you know. I guess the way I used to look at Bewitched, Samantha from Bewitched, you know, I wanted to be a housewife just like her. And then it occurred to me, she's a witch. Well, it's the same thing with Pop-Tart mama and ballerina mama. They're not witches. They're riches. They are rich. You don't have that backup plan. So you're doing the best that you can. And one more thing, everything's expensive. Chuck E. Cheese is expensive. So if the only outing you and your family get is to go to Costco, then you go to Costco. You do your thing. You do what you get. Don't let anybody on this app shame you for being the best mom you can be. Okay?